Do you find yourself plateauing in your training? Or even worse, that you're constantly getting injured from constantly training hard or trying to hit new PRs or just continuing to add weight or add volume to your training? Well, if that's you, stick around. I got some stuff in this video that might help you out. Hey, welcome back. My name is Evan. This is my channel where I talk about health, fitness, and other fun stuff. And today we're going to talk about deloads. What are they? How do they work? What's the benefit of them? And how and when to use them? Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Oh, by the way, and if you're new, hey, welcome. If you can, if you'd be so kind, and click that like and subscribe button. And if you find this video or any of my other videos useful, please share this with somebody that you think it could help. But that is all I ask. Anyways, welcome to my channel, and let's go ahead and dive on into it. What is a deload? How do you describe a deload? Well, for my understanding, a deload is a planned week where you actually decrease the volume and working load of your sets and focus a little bit more on form, but also to let your body recover. See, when we train, and especially when we're trying to get the gains, we're trying to get bigger and stronger in the gym, we have to do progressive overload, which is you're increasing either the intensity, the volume, the lower amount of rest time. Regardless, you're trying to increase your workload over a period of time, progressive overload. But you can't do this forever. See, what happens is when we train and when we train hard, we accumulate fatigue. And that will catch up with you, and that can actually impede on further progress in the gym, and it actually can work against you, and you can start regressing because you're constantly sore, you're always tired, and you're just not hitting the working sets that you need to hit in order to get to your goals. What a deload does is that it gives our body, our joints, our ligaments, and the muscle tissue a break. We're easing up a little bit so that our body can lower our fatigue, and so we can actually get some rest so that we can come back bigger, better, stronger. And why are deloads important? By doing a deload, you can break through plateaus. It actually helps reduce the risk of injury. So when we accumulate that fatigue that I was talking about earlier, we're actually increasing our risk of injury, which that's something what we want to try to avoid as much as possible while focusing on getting stronger and bigger, or whatever it is that we are trying to strive for in the gym. By incorporating a deload, you're actually giving your body a break. And also, I would also think of a deload as a technique week so that you kind of touch up on the form and the technique so that as you're getting stronger or as your weight or your intensity is going up further along in your program, you're still focusing on form and technique so that you don't injure yourself that way too. When you get enough fatigue, it will impede on your form and technique as well, and you will ultimately get injured from lifting heavier weights with bad form or improper form. Also, it's like a good mental recovery because sometimes when you're really pushing at the gym and you're really pushing yourself hard, it could be mentally taxing. And so by lightening up the load a little bit and focusing a little bit on that technique, it can also get you excited to get back into the gym so that you can keep on crushing your goals. We talked about what it is and why it's important. So let's go ahead and dive on in to how a deload works. What I like to do when I deload, again, keeping in mind that I think of it as a technique week, it's still a very important week that you need to do. What I would suggest is that you would subtract 10% of what you're normally lifting and then use that weight. So it should be a weight that is still doable. It's not super light, but it's light enough that you can actually perform proper form and technique with the given sets. Also, I would still suggest lightening up the volume, lightening up the sets and the reps, just so that you give yourself the full encompassing of a deload, giving your body and joints, ligaments that rest that it needs. All right, now that we covered the what is it, how does it work, and how do I do it, when should I deload? So if you're feeling 2 or more of these things, this is like a sign that you should probably have a deload week. So if you are dreading going to the gym, if it's a bother going when typically you love going to the gym and it's a little bit more of a grind than usual, if your sleep quality goes down, if you're not getting enough good sleep, that could also be another sign. And like also the load and the reps are decreasing, so you're not pushing the weight that you should be pushing, or you're not pushing it for the amount of reps that you're pushing. That could also be a sign that, hey, your body is telling you like, dude, Evan, we need to kind of chill a little bit before we go forward. So listen to your body. Also, like, you're stressing more than normal. Like, so if your just stress levels are through the roof, and like I'm talking about like you're feeling it a little bit more than you're usually feeling it, then it's probably a good time to deload. Also, the aches and pains that you get from, you know, lifting heavy ass weights, that after a period of time, it can be more of a hindrance. Feeling 2 or more of these, you should probably deload. Incorporate a deload week for the following week and see what happens. See how it helps you. Also, I would suggest that every 3rd or 4th week, just to be safe, to incorporate a deload in your training so that you can mitigate as much fatigue as possible. So that is it, guys. That is what a deload week looks like. That is what it is. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. And if you did, please press that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet already, please, please, please subscribe, like, and share this content if you found it helpful. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.